Hi guys, Mama Mita here, and today I'm going to be talking to you and letting you know on a little secret. Guess what, guys? I have two cars that I car camp with. And now that van, I use it locally. I do not go past Oregon or Idaho or up into Canada around BC. I just don't do that because she's got 239,000 miles, and plus gasoline has really went up in price now. So guess what? I have a 2012 Toyota Prius, and she's my princess. So this video is all dedicated to my princess Prius. Wow! So now I left the house on January the 28th, and I've been on this trip for some time now, and we put some miles on this car. Oh my goodness. Yes, she's been a good car, but she ran into some problems up in Quebec City because it got a little bit too cold for her. And let me tell you, there was some snow on the road. She started flashing and blinking all kinds of lights and stuff, and I think the only thing that saved me was my home team back at home and that blue driver that I had up underneath the dash that I could kind of, work around her and put her back in order, and that was the only thing I think that saved us. We had to see a couple of dealers just to figure out what was going on, and even they didn't know what was going on, but my son back home, he helped me, and so got us out of trouble, and so now we've made it almost to Chicago. Oh my goodness sakes. Okay, well, let me tell you. So now I'm going to be talking, I'm going to show you how the car looks on the outside, then I'm going to hop back in here, and I'm going to tell you section by section of what I have in my car and what I do. And so hopefully this will help you. And you guys, you can always put your comments on the YouTube, and I can talk to you back and let you know how things go. Even flash you a picture if you got any questions about something. I mean, when I get back home, I plan to do an update on Paloma, the van that you see in the YouTube shows now. Just to let you know that there is a lot of things that I want to change with her. Like, I need to dump some stuff. I got a little bit too much stuff in there. I mean, when I go locally and stuff, and I do a little bit more things with the grandkids and the kids, yeah. But sometimes, you don't need all that stuff. And I'm a firm believer, if you don't use it on your trip and you don't think you need it, then get rid of it. Don't haul it because the gasoline's too expensive now. So let's go outside and let me show you what it looks like on the outside.
Okay.
Okay, so she is kind of a lighter teal color, but when she went through the snow, oh my goodness, she turned frosty gray like my hair. Okay, so now you notice that the windows are black. So what I've used in the windows is I've got my own window padding that I've done. I don't usually put anything in the back window because when I stay at the Palettes and the Flying J's, it works for me just fine that I back it in. But if I had to, you see that cord right there? I can put like a really thin little black blanket over that, and that will block that off also. And then, let me go, it always seems that once I get here, and now, okay, now you see the solar panel up there? Okay, now I can actually drive with that solar panel up there on the top, and it doesn't even bother me. Okay, so now we're going to get back in because it always seems that I've got people that want to listen in and stuff, and I hate that. Okay, so what I have here, okay, I'm back in the car now, and so basically, I have the solar panel up there, and that solar panel, I can plug it in to my little charger that I have. I have an Amtom charger, 155, and that works pretty good for me because it just goes directly to the little machine, and it will charge up my little charger while I'm going down the road. Now, usually I don't use that. I usually just use the cigarette lighter that's up underneath there. That little cigarette lighter there. That runs a black cord into the charger, okay? All right, so now if you see this thing up here in the window, that's my little bottle that I make sun tea with. And these are my panels that I made. Now I do them silver on the inside, but I can flip them around in the day so it's not hot. And at night I have them covered on the other side. I took just plain old black duct tape and I cover them with plain black duct tape, and that will keep them black on the other side. Now, on this door here, I have my hand sanitizer, and I have a little hammer there that if I was to go over over a bridge or something, and I was to crash or something, I could break the window to get out. And then I've got a little pair of gloves, and then I have some face masks. Okay, now, on this side over here, okay, right up underneath there, I have my meter for at night when I'm sleeping in the car, but you don't really actually need that with the Prius, but just to be on the safe side, because the Prius runs off a generator, okay, at night. Now, this car gets 50 miles to a gallon of gas. Now, at nighttime, I can run my charger to do my sleep app, but in the day, okay, I mean at night, sorry, I got people, all around me here. I'm just trying to get out of their way and stuff. Okay, so at night, the car will actually run, I can run it for like 10 hours with the heater going and stuff, and it will use 1/4 of a gallon of gas for at night. Maybe a little more, but since you have the heater, the air condition seems like it runs less, okay? Now, to do the Prius, now, I get in the car at night, and I say, okay, so I'm like a little hot in here right now. Okay, so I just dial it up to the temperature I want it to be. And I leave it like that. Now, once the car gets that temperature, then it'll just shut off. But if it gets cold again, or you need the air conditioning back on, then it would fire back up, and it runs off that generator at night. Okay? Now, on this side over here, what I do is I have my sleep app machine here, and I can run that cord to the very back, right here beside my arm. See right there? I can run it right there where my pillows are at, and I've got plenty of cord, okay? And that will give me my sleep apnea for at night. Now, this machine here, that's the Amton. See? That's all it is. They're pretty reasonably priced too. Okay? And I just take that sleep app cord right here and I plug it in on this side right there. And the other cord on that side there is the one that goes to the cigarette lighter. Now, right in there is where I keep my water supply and my fresh fruit and vegetables, because I like to munch out on that during the day. Then, can you see that thing up underneath this table here? Let me lift it up. Okay, that there, if you go to Walmart, if you're interested in what I've got here, okay, this is a little desk that children would use, and it folds right here, okay? You can fold it and it'll be straight. It also lifts up and it's got like storage inside the little table, and that's where I keep my my dashboard lunch stuff there. Like I have paper plates and silverware and stuff there inside that little desk thing there. Up underneath here, I have my church books and stuff that I like to do. Okay, and over there on that side, I have my laundry and my laundry detergent and my fabric softener with one of those roller things that I can roll up and down my clothes to get like the dust or any hair off like that. Now over here on this part here, the back part of the chair, is where I keep my map. I have to have a map. I don't care. My GPS, she has issues. Once she gets up in the city, sometimes she gets all messed up and stuff, and I can find my way out with this map for sure. I don't always use the map, but like when she's acting up, I got problems that I go for the map. And you can see that I have those windows covered in there like that. Now, do you see that cord that runs around there? That cord is I keep that up in case I want to put like those they sell them at Walmart, They're called energy efficient drapes, and what you do, they're white on one side and black on the other, and they give you some even more insulated for your windows. Now these windows here that I made, I have 2 layers. Well, they're actually 3 layers. This here, I've got it silver, and in the middle, sandwiched between 2 silver covers there, I've got that, I think you call it corrugated, like plastic, what they use for like when people's running for office and they stick them in the ground and stuff for the 2 wires. I've got those in between that to make it even thicker. So those are really thick, and I can just pop them in my window just so quick. It's unbelievable. And then what I did is I went around the edge with the black duct tape to make sure that it stayed in place. And then on the other side, I did just straight black duct tape all the way through. Okay, so now that's what I did. Oh, and I forgot to mention to you, this desk and this plastic container, you can find them at Walmart, at the superstore Walmart. You can find them in the like the school supply stuff. Okay, now the other thing is, okay, that there is the first glove compartment. That first glove compartment, I have my little earring box, and then I have like a little sewing kit. I have an oxygen meter and my blood pressure cup, and then this one here has my stuff to work on my hearing aids with it and stuff. And then the paper is wrapped around a knife to use for lunchtime.
A few moments later.
Here, I use this at night. I don't know if you can see that pretty good. What that is I have a table that slides up underneath my trunk area. You'll see that in a little bit when I go to get out. And this table, these legs just screw right into that piece of wood, okay? Now, at night when I'm in bed, I don't have to get up and get out of the bed. I just use this stick to turn my car on with.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I know that's lazy. Isn't that awful? Okay, and then I've got a jockey box here. And the jockey box, I keep my hearing aid batteries, maybe some pins in there. I've got some money in here because, we got shortage of coins now. Lord help us. So I keep that there. I keep a couple face masks here too. And then this is actually where my coffee mug would go. So I believe that's everything up here in this area. Oh, well, no, it's not. Okay, so then I've got up in here, I've got my sunglasses. They're foldable sunglasses. And then in the morning, what I do is I pull down this visor after I come out of Planet Fitness, because I have a Planet Fitness membership. And so I flip that on, and I have a whole light system coming here. Oh, it's just really the best makeup place to put your makeup on. So I think that's pretty much covered all of that. And what I do at night is I slide my front driver's seat all the way up, and I make sure that my chair is all the way like sitting upright, so that gives me the floor space for the back area. So now we're going to go to the back area. Okay, so now we're in the back area back here, and let me move this pillow so that I can sit down here in the back and talk to you for a moment. Okay, so I gotta get my feet in here. Just a second. I just hate when I start up a video. It seems like I got a crowd of people wanting to know what I'm doing. Oh my gosh. And then they come over and they want to ask you if you're making money off the YouTube. Oh my goodness sakes, people. I had everything planned and everything, but I got 3 people sitting out here in the car already rolling down the window, seeing what they like, if they can hear anything. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I take one of my jackets, either the jacket I have now, or I take this jacket here, and what I do is I fold it over this back area here. I forgot to slide that chair up. Okay, so let me see if you can see that. Okay, so here I have little garbage bags, like, the ones that you get from the grocery store. And then I have paper here, and then I've got the smelly stuff, and that there is my bottle for pee time. and that's my funnel I use. Now this bag here is a great little bag. You just attach it to the back of this thing here. You can also pick that up at Walmart. I think it's like $10. The best little box ever. I mean, I just absolutely love that little thing. Okay, so let me put that back over there. Okay, now here, I'm giving you the close-up shot side so people can see it. I'm trying to make sure that I move my butt out of the way. Like last time with the van, I think you got too much close-up of me. Okay, so that's between the console and the back seat. What I do there is I fold this seat down and it becomes all the way back like that. Now that's like 24 inches wide and almost 6 feet going all the way back. That is more than plenty room for me. I have actually about a foot that from the back of the car that I don't even touch, okay? For the front windows, and I block the front windows with that. Up underneath here, I put my backpack up underneath there, so no one, because I carry my documents and stuff like that. So let me see if I can lift this up a little better. Okay, so there is an extra bottle that I can use at night if my other green bottle gets too full, if I drink too much water, Now, can you see those two plastic things? You want to make sure that you measure your space, okay? And so I like to use the smaller plastic tubs to put stuff in. And this side, and I'll take you around the other side so you'll get a better flash. I'm just waiting for that lady to move so she doesn't open her window. Because, I mean, they'll come over and ask you, what are you doing, That's what they did in California. Okay, so these two buckets here are used for my kitchen stuff. Like I have a pot. I have my coffee pot. I have a little frying pan. I have my cooking utensils. I have not laundry detergent, but like Dawn dishwashing detergent. I've got stuff that I would use for in the kitchen. Just only the minimum stuff is what I'm taking with me. And then let me give you that look of that cord. Now you see how that cord goes around like that? Okay, I can actually, with that running around like that, I can actually put something, like if I wash something out, like one of my scarves out, I can just hang that over the cord. And so, in a few hours, that little cord's dry. I mean, that little scarf is dry and ready to go. Okay. So, and this is a memory. Let me show you how this memory pad looks, because someone asked me about the memory pad. Okay. So what I did is I took the scissors and I cut that. That's why that looks like that. Kind of a crappy job, huh? Okay. Let me let you. You see how thick that is? That's pretty thick. And underneath that, I have my yoga mat. And so I put the yoga mat over this stuff here, because this stuff here is kind of hard to cover, and that's what will poke you in the back if you're not really careful with that. So I put that down, and I have flannel sheets, so for the extra warmth. I have a full set. Then I have a big blanket, and this thing's thick. I probably pretty much just need this with the flannel sheets. We're talking like temperatures that are 22. That's what I use at night. Now, if it's kind of like cold, like last night, it got down to really cold, like probably like 10 degrees. I put in these two extra little things too. And then I have my little pillows. Now, over here on this side, I'll show you in a few minutes, but there is a vent there. You want to make sure that that vent is not covered up, because that's part of the generator and it needs to be able to breathe. Now, I want you to look at those windows. See, those windows are not perfect, but hey, if somebody's going to look in those cracks and stuff, we'll go for it, I've not had any problems like that. But I mean, they're not perfect. I'm just telling you, like, it's very simple to make and it's very cheap too. And this one up here, I have a little small triangle thing that I usually just stick up in there. Okay, so I'm going to stop the camera and then I'm going to go to the back maybe I'll go to the back now. Okay, I'm back. So now let me show you the back part of the Prius. Okay, so up underneath this bed area here, I have my window shills. I took them off and I moved the car because I just had too many people that was like parked next to me. They are just sometimes they're absolutely rude. I had one that came up and asked me, you know, all kinds of questions while I was trying to film and stuff. So that video was gone. Okay, so basically what I have there is I have those shells all stacked up there. Sometimes what I do is I take them and I put them behind the chair over there, standing up like that, okay? But now you can see that there's plenty of room because I kind of bunched this up, but I can actually, okay, there you go. All right, now let's talk about, okay, over here on this side, that yellow bag there is my Planet Fitness bag when I go to take my shower in the morning. What I do is I pretty much stay at the Pilots and the Flying J's. I have a couple other places, or actually about 3 or 4 other places that I will talk in another video about places to stay. But that's my shower bag, and I just put my clean clothes in there and my little towel, and then I head on into Planet Fitness, and that just stays right there in that kind of that cubby hole area. So the shields here will be up at night, okay? So once those shields are up, you can see that I got a long distance there to up where the pillows are at. And I move some of that stuff that's up underneath the pillows there. I move some of that stuff to the front seat area. So let me go back up here really quick. All right, so at nighttime, I take this seat and I move it all the way up, okay? And you can see how that goes all the way up like that and how much room I got back there. I've got quite a bit of room there. I can actually stand up pretty good. And I'll have another video that explains about going to the bathroom in the Prius so you guys can get kind of an idea of how it is. It's not bad at all. It's not a tight, you know, crammed in area and stuff. Okay, so the bed is there, and then let me see if I can get this where you can see this. Okay, so can you see that piece of wood up underneath there? That goes all the way to this area here.
Hey, that's pretty good.
To where the cord is at. You see where the cord's at? It's that wide. So it's from here to here. Let me see if I can get you. Okay, see where it's at there? It's from there all the way inside there. And then it has these little triangle things. It's kind of hard for me to lift that up. I'll try. Okay, so that table thing there has 4 legs. I can move the table out to be 2 legs, where I could just have it like about here, right behind the bumper, about a foot behind the bumper with 2 legs on it. Or I can take the whole table and move it to the picnic table to, you know, have more room if I want to. And then up underneath here, I have my food. And then I have some more things that I might need, some books and things that I want to read and stuff on the way. But this is basically all my food that I'm cooking. And then here I have my suitcase. And now that suitcase is a capsule wardrobe. And what it is like I have a certain amount of pants, a certain amount of shirts, you know, things that I would use for the 2 months that I'm gone and stuff. So it's a pretty tight fit back here. Put that back up underneath there. Okay, so that's how that looks back there. I've got plenty of room to sleep. Now, this table, once I move this stuff, I can just move it and set it out on the ground. And underneath that whole area here, this whole area here is a trunk space. And that trunk space, I have more food. I have extension cord. I have a little heater, like if I'm at the state park, I can plug into electricity and use my heater. I have 2 bottles of propane. Things that and I've got chains. The chains are actually up underneath the trunk, next to the spare tire. So they're in a whole different unit by themselves. They're not even part of the trunk. Like once you lift this up, and this whole thing, I can lift it up. I just have to set this stuff either if it's raining and I have to get to that area, then I can take all this stuff and put it up in the front of the bed. I can roll this whole bed up, because just memory pet, I can roll that whole bed up to the front part there. And then access to my trunk area or whatever I might need. But there's nothing I need in there unless I was camped at a state park, and then I could pull more stuff up because I have a camping chair in there, like one of those folding up camping chairs and stuff, and I have a tarp and things like that that I might need at the state park. But I usually don't do that. And that's just all that back there. See how much room that is? I do not have a refrigerator. I have these little old ice chests that I use. They're old. They're really old, but they work just fine for me because I don't want to deal with ice. I'm not into ice. So I put that back and I cover my shields up like that, and I pretty much keep these pretty scarves over them so no one can see anything in the back. Now, let's get back up here to this area that you didn't get a chance to see yet. Okay. Now, you see I have food there. And I have the two plastic containers I was telling you about. And that's my single burner stove. Okay, so now at this point, I have, I'm just trying to, my video went off because I didn't have enough memory there. Oh my goodness sakes. If it's not the people bugging me, I've got, you know, the video. Okay, so I have the food thing there, and then I have these black things that go for the windshield in the front. Then I've got a package of pads, and you can get them at Target. That's where they always are at Target, and they work really great for putting down on your floorboard. Like this morning, the only reason why I didn't get windshield wiper fluid all over my carpet is because that pad that I had on the floor caught that. I like to keep the car clean and make sure, because I'm like, if I want to sell it, you know, I don't want it to look junky inside and stuff. Okay, so that's pretty much that. Now that vent there is what I was talking about that needs to stay always uncovered. And then there's the yoga mat, and then that's where my mattress starts. But that's got a wide area there. It's more than wide for me. Okay, then now let's get this last part here. So this is the last part. That there is the laundry detergent, the fabric softener, and the roll blade that you can clean your clothes with and stuff. And then I have the snow thing, which I had to use in Quebec and all of Canada area. And that's just disposable bed pad mats. And you can put them down all over the place, wherever you want to put them. I mean, like, it keeps things from leaking, because it's a good thing I have them down, because it got so cold in here that these bottles, some of them froze, and that saved me from the, you know, getting the carpet and stuff wet. And so that's basically how it is with my Princess Prius. And I wanted to, let me see, make sure that I've got you guys where you understand this back part here now. Okay, so remember that I've got the table here, and it's right up underneath there. And all it is, let me see if I can figure out my camera, my tripod, if I can lift this up without dropping this camera, so that you can see a better look of that trunk area. Hopefully you'll be able to see that without me dropping it. Oh, if that's gonna work or not. Hold on just a second. Okay, so once I get this here up like that, okay, I just slide it out. But all of this stuff, I usually take it off and set it on the ground, and then that way I don't have any problem with it. Okay, all right, I think we're pretty much done there with that. Okay, so much noise around here. They've been doing construction stuff today and all. Okay, so there you go, guys. That's how it looks inside the car. I've got plenty of room. This works for me just perfect. And she saves a lot of gas, you know, going down the road. So when we get back home, well, we've put some miles on this car. Anyway, okay, I think I've covered everything now for you. Yeah, and so I have these down here just in case, and then I had the bed pads down. I put one here at night too, just in case, because when I come over from the bed, I flip over into this area here, and then I'll explain that later on another video more in detail for you guys. Okay, guys, so that's the end of my tour. So if you have any questions, I can always flash you a picture back and let you see that, because I was in kind of a rush, and those people make me kind of nervous because they all start lining up outside of here, and then they start rolling down the windows to hear everything, I'm like, oh my goodness, and I can't, it's just unbelievable how many times I've been interrupted with people, it's like I just want to do a video, and or either that or the snow, so much snow, I can't set anything down because of the snow and stuff, but anyway, it's always something. Now, you guys, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, and I hope that I have explained how life is in the Princess Hotel. I love this car. I really do. You have to realize that you don't have as much room as you do with the van, but she saves so much money on gasoline, and it's easy to park and stuff, and I just pull into the pilot with my back to the wall or to a wooded area and stuff, and I don't have any problems with it. I feel totally safe there. You guys, I really enjoyed showing you my Princess, and I hope you have too. Please give me a thumbs up if you like the video, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. So we'll see you down the road. Bye now.